somehow.
You mentioned Mercer, and it made me think of Wings. Are you guys kind of caught up on the Wings drama?
I don't think I fully.
No, I don't fully get it.
Maybe you can start from the beginning.
So I don't know how people made this happen, but they have convinced some TikTokers who seem to be unaware that Wings is a pedophile who is like after their children.
You phrased that weirdly. You said they are unaware that Wings is a pedophile.
No. Someone has convinced these TikTokers that he is a pedophile after their children, when obviously we know he's not.
Yeah.
But like, I saw this woman like going on a rant today, and she's like, this guy right here is coming after people's children, and like go report this guy. So like the cops showed up at Wing's house last night, and they're like questioning him about his pedophilia, and it's a whole bunch of nonsense, and it's like, come on, guys.
Poor guy. That's awful.
Like, there's lots of way to have fun with Wings without making him a pedophile. Okay, like, why does it always have to be the nuclear option, right? like, why can't you just like make a song parody? I haven't heard a good song parody since that first one. The song parodies were great.
Yeah,
right?
Those were a lot kinder in spirit than
Mr. Big Guy.
Mr. Big Guy was great.
Like if you're, I get it. If you want to like have a little fun with this guy or whatever, like a song parody would be a great way to like have a little fun at his expense, but at the same time, like I think he profits from those. By the way, like all those that Spotify playlist, I think that guy has to split like with Wings on.
You never know because he says things that aren't true sometimes.
He does. But in any case, good Lord, guys, like straight to pedophilia, like.
Yeah, that's very shitty of people to do to him. And I mean, to have a cop show up, if a cop shows up at your house for anything, it's scary. Sometimes I'll get like a letter in my mailbox that'll be from my like local police precinct, and it's always a trooper saw that you had left your garage door open and wanted to let you know you shouldn't leave your garage door open in the middle of the night. And but even every time opening, it's like, ooh, I haven't done anything illegal, but I'm afraid.
I got a phone call the other day. It was I knew immediately it was a scam thing because they said, this is a message from the IRS. And I'm like, IRS doesn't call people. And immediately I'm like, let's have some fun with this. This is a message from the IRS. You have done. And they just like use some like legalese terms that are just nonsensical, and serious repercussions are forthcoming unless you call this number right now. And I'm like, alrighty then. I call the number. I call the number, and this guy goes, "Thank you for calling the IRS." And I'm like,
"My name is John Anderson."
And I couldn't hold it together. I just immediately started. I laugh in his face. I'm like, "You got a pretty strong accent from someone working at the IRS, don't you, Patel?" And he's like, "I will." And he hung up. And I was just like, and I tried to call him back, but the number he called from, like, immediately goes, "The number you have dialed has been disconnected," or blah blah blah. It's some sort of like, I don't know how it works, but there's some sort of rotating bot phone number thing, like some sort of clone number they're using to try to like skirt around the legal system. But it was like, who's falling for this dude, calling them, "Hello, thank you for calling the IRS." I was like,
dude, boomers are falling for that stuff.
I was like,
they wouldn't do it if they weren't making money.
Boomers are the ones who should know that the IRS doesn't fucking call people.
Yeah, I guess
I've done that twice, Kyle. I've had two of those guys call me, and it ended up being the same guy. Same thing. He got on the phone. He told me his name was like fucking John Anderson or something.
Hello, I am Peter.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, you could hear just in the background, like a New Delhi or fucking Office Space or whatever, like a fucking donkey going down the street, a guy vending fucking what, and I forget. I was fucking with him, and he started telling me he was gonna fuck my mom and shit. He knew I was onto him, so he just let loose. I mean, it's one thing to be a telemarketer who's cold calling, but it's got to be an entirely different thing to be a felon cold caller telemarketer. There must just be so much pent up rage. And then like 2 weeks later, the same number called me, and I called back. And I got on the phone like, "Hey, man, I want to get this squared away. If there's a problem with my tax return, I want you and I to sort it out." And there was just this long inhale. "Listen, motherfucker, you never call this number again, okay? You never, ever call this fucking number again." I don't know what accent I'm doing now, but I can tell I just by calling back twice and fucking with him, I broke him.
Like the ones I get most often are like the computer ones. Do you guys get those? Where it'll be like, there is a problem with your Apple account. It's like, what kind of product do I have from Apple? They're like, a computer.
Electronic product.
Yeah, one that you charge or leave plugged in.
So